There's the book. This is the book from the book party. Yep. Trying to get a nice picture of that there. The real estate show there. Yeah. That's the first one. Some more coming. And hello, real estate fans all over America. Welcome to another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show all about the topic of real estate. Real Estate Show is here live Monday through Friday. That's 5 days a week. 5 days a week. We have 5 shows at 5 o'clock, followed by 3 to 5 more workshops during the day. And we got the power of 5 working on all cylinders. In fact, not only do we have 5 shows, 5 days a week, 5 o'clock, we're going to talk about 5 different ways that you can listen to the Real Estate Show from AM 1470, our original AM station where we started this radio show 22 years ago. It's hard to believe. We're on the FM dial, second way, FM 95.3, 96.9 on the FM dial, and 106.9 on the FM dial. Also, we're on iHeartRadio, streaming live. And in addition to iHeartRadio, you've got the TuneIn app, the Spreaker app. Those are just to name a few of those. We're also on our website, streaming live as we speak over at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com, where you can listen to us there, not only live at 5, all the 5 different ways. That's one of the 5. You can also listen to our rebroadcast. All of our shows are recorded, are archived there on our website. Just go to automaticlandlord.com, go to the top of the page there. And at the top of the page, you'll see the Real Estate Show, the Real Estate Show notes, and you can choose between live, the notes. And that's where not only do you have the written notes, but you also have a link where you can listen to this show again. And last but certainly not least, we're also on our Facebook Live page. So you can go to facebook.com, no matter whether you have a Facebook page or not, go to facebook.com/The Real Estate Show, and you can join us there. So whether you want to call us on our toll-free number, that's 888-565. That's the radio station. We're at 595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. So you can call, you can click, you can even text us on our real estate smart line at 561-861-2366. In fact, if anything, put that number into your smart device, your phone, your iPad, whatever, the tablet, because I'm going to give out a couple of code words a little bit later today. And that's all part of our power of 5 here, because we've got about 5 code words we're going to be giving out today that you can text to that code word smart line and get a whole bunch of extra information all automatically sent to you. And once again, that number, 561-861-2366. So we have a great show for you today. As you know, Mondays we kick off the week. And when we kick off the week, we talk about our mission. Our mission is to educate and empower more of our listeners to be able to own a piece of the American dream, whether it's to buy your first home or your 21st rental property. Real estate investors for the last 20 plus years have been tuning into this radio station to get information, to get knowledge and access to some great resources like our workshops. This week, we've got a number of them scheduled. Tonight, we have our Equity Accelerator Workshop. For those of you interested in joining us on our Accelerator Workshop, you type the word equity to that number. I'll give it out again in just a second. Tomorrow night, we're doing our Credit Accelerator Workshop. And for that, you're just going to type in the word credit, 561-861-2366. Now, this is important, and this is going to be a lot of what we talk about this week. We're going to be talking a lot about the concept of credit and what it might be costing you in terms if you don't have good credit. How much is credit costing you? This is incredible when you start looking at the volume, the magnitude of the dollars that bad credit can affect you. So you may not even know, and that's why you're going to want to tune in each and every day, Monday through Friday this week, as we're going to talk about how much bad credit could be costing you, what golden opportunities may be passing you by. You may not even know it because bad credit, these opportunities don't stop, and they don't even invite you. They don't even ask you to apply. And so what are you missing out? You're going to find out this week here. Hey, Jack, I see you on our Facebook page. Thanks for the reference there. And then we're going to talk about how your credit score, the single most important number that you'll find also in real estate, it is the gatekeeper to good investments, great loans, great rates, access to other lines of credit, credit cards, better insurance, cheaper insurance, better jobs. I mean, I could go down the list and go on, put the whole show just to talk about that. And there's 3 ways that you can deal with that. Number 1, of course, is that you can do it yourself. You can go pull all your credit reports, subscribe to each one of the credit bureaus. You can then research, come up with a good letter, analyze your credit report and send in the information and start disputing one by one all of the issues on your credit report. Or you can do it with us, and we'll show you a much more efficient, much more effective way to do that. In fact, last week, we introduced a brand new program, what we call the Credit Pop, and that's where I can X-ray your credit report, and that's all I have to do is I have to get a copy of your credit report, put it in the software that I have that will take basically an X-ray shot, and it'll tell me, yes, the credit score that you have right now is, let's for argument's sake say that it's 619. However, based on the trade lines that you have, how long that you've had them, how big that you've had them, and what the balances are on those, along with the payment history, I could possibly take that 619 credit score and turn it into a 680 credit score, maybe even a 700 credit score. And yes, I have pulled credit scores from the mid to low 600s into the 700s, and I can do that in less than 30 days with your cooperation. And if we do that, so that's done with you. So you can do it yourself, you can do it with us, or we even have a way, sponsored by timetofixmycredit.com, we have a way for it to be done for you. And that's a pretty cool service. In fact, timetofixmycredit.com, one of our sponsors of the radio show, can show you how not only to have better credit, have a better budget, save more money, pay off your debts faster. I mean, we got the whole package here, which is another reason why you want to keep it right here, keep it with us here for the Real Estate Show throughout this entire week. So again, remember that text number. You're going to hear me talk about the smart codes. Credit is the one that you want to text to, and text it right now at 561-861-2366. That's 561-861-2366. Now, in addition to the 5 workshops that we have during the week, the 5 shows we have every day of the week, I forgot to tell you that we also have our Real Estate Show Marathon on Sundays now, starting at 9 p.m. And, I found myself actually captivated. I was tuning in to see how it would sound. And the next thing you know, 2 hours later, I listened to all of the shows that had happened during the week, wrote down some notes, some high points and some key things that I definitely want to share with you. So for those of you who aren't watching us on our Facebook page, you can always go back to Facebook because it's also recorded and posted up on our Facebook page. And I see Erica's on there, Jack is on there, Phil is on there, and Marianne. And by the way, Marianne, thank you for mentioning that. She just ordered, last week we had the big book launch. We had a book party, launch party on last Wednesday night, and it was really a blast, and it was fun. I invited a number of you to come on there, and I appreciate those that did. In fact, my copy of the book just arrived. Here it is. I'm showing it on our Facebook page, And look, it is not a little book. This is a thick, it's got a, what is it, 369 pages. Yours truly starts right here on page 80. There it is for all of you. And, you know, remember, I always like to say, and there's a quote here in the book, which you'll probably recognize from the radio show many times. And it says here, everyone is in real estate. And they requested this quote be put in the book. Either you're in real estate or you're on real estate. The people in real estate receive checks and tax benefits and equity growth and all sorts of other opportunities that come with it. The people on real estate are the ones that write those checks to the people in real estate. And which would you rather be? And so there's a whole write-up in there and about that whole conversation. You know that I bring it up all the time because I really believe that that's an important understanding. You know, real estate is one of the three basics, you know, food, shelter, and transportation. I even kid around that in the pandemic with us sheltering at home, you know, we're spending more time and maybe some of the transportation has been given up with a bigger emphasis now being put on the shelter. And wouldn't it be nice to own the shelter and have your own piece of the American dream that you own, that you get the tax benefits on, that you get the equity buildup on, and so forth. So that's our book. By the way, if you want the information on how you can also order the book, just text the word book to 561-861-2366. That's right. Text the word book, and I'll send you the link on how you can get your copy of the book as well. You'll like it. It's actually a really cool book. 365 days of really good information. It's kind of one of those books you can read one page a day, and it'll build you a better positive attitude. Tons of nuggets of information by myself and other entrepreneurs and business owners that were contributors to the book. Kind of cool. So, hey, Simone. So in addition to that, I just wanted to, you know, we talked about the term equity. We talked about the word credit. We talked about the word book, and we'll probably have a couple more. But first, before I get into now the rest of the agenda for the week, and it is a busy week coming up. So don't touch that dial. I'm going to tell you all about our agenda for the week. You'll know exactly what day to tune in for what specific topic, or best of all is tune in every single day at 5 p.m. Eastern time right here where you're listening to us now, or go to our website at Automatic Landlord and listen to the recordings if you happen to miss one. Go ahead. We're going to take a break. This is Eric Willner. I am your host of The Real Estate Show, and I will be right back. Boom. I saw you.
I knew you would.
There's short people running around in my studio here. So he's been gone all day. I miss him. So how's everybody's weekend? We had a very busy and productive weekend here, and following up on the book, following up on some real estate deals going on. And by the way, we just launched our first office, and we're going to be launching 2 offices in Brazil with more to come. And I'll talk more about that opportunity to join our team here on the Real Estate Show. So we're getting ready to come back. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us here, you are listening to The Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show in America, now in its 22nd year. Since 1999, we have been broadcasting 5 days a week, and we've sometimes done 2 and 3 shows a day throughout those 22 years. A lot of it, I'm going to even say possibly most of it, is all archived up on our website at automaticlandlord.com. So you're welcome to go up there and go back, and you can listen to any given period of time. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we talk about here on the Real Estate Show, and you'll see. In fact, you know, what's one of the things that's going on in the market right now. You're hearing that interest rates are getting ready. In fact, Treasury bills have risen. Why? Because it's starting to set in the impact and the effect of all of the stimulus that's gone into the economy now. And as the COVID numbers begin to come down and the markets, remember I told you the markets are precursors, they're predictors, they're foretelling signals that are telling you what the market is expecting. And the market right now is telling you there's inflation coming on the horizon. Now remember, one of the neat things, now we've got sort of these conflicting forces going on right now in the marketplace with the moratoriums artificially supporting the market. We've got all of these people behind on their payments that are, a cloud over the market, depending on who you listen to. Now, you've heard some folks out there, I think they're wrong, but they're talking about this enormous market crash coming, the foreclosure tsunami, if you will. And I'm telling you that that's probably not going to be the case. We've got so much pent-up demand right now in the marketplace. We have such a shortage of inventory in the marketplace that I do expect to see a spike in foreclosures. I think there's no doubt about that. But you're going to watch this administration do a lot of things to prevent wherever they can. And some of it, by the way, may add to the concern for the inflation because it's more stimulus. And as these stimulus starts to solidify and what it's going to be and where you can get it, come to right here every day because we'll give you the updates and everything. We're going to talk about the recent Bitcoin craze and are you missing out on an opportunity there? As if you're listening to the news, maybe a lot of that is confusing. Maybe a lot of it's just scary to be putting a large amount of money into a digital wallet, if you will, and not know if it's going to even be there tomorrow. We're going to talk this week also on our midweek report. Now, Mondays, we're laying out the agenda. Tuesdays, we're going to get into the composition of credit scores. And this is important because then you'll know what really affects your credit score, what you can do, what we can do if we put our forces together, and what the credit bureaus need to do once you have your arm around what actually needs to be done. So we're going to break down the credit score puzzle on our Tuesday show before it breaks you, and hopefully it won't cost you too many opportunities in the meanwhile. So this is something that you should do sooner rather than later. Even if you're in a holding pattern, even if you're in one of those folks that are in foreclosure, I can tell you that you can clean up everything else around the foreclosure. There's late credit card payments, over late other loan payments of any sort. Why not clean all that up so that once the whole foreclosure issue passes you by, you'll see a spike in the credit. Again, remember, type in the word X-ray to our line at 561-861-2366. Type in the word X-ray if you want to see how we can pop your credit score in the short run. By the way, it's a great opportunity for us to have a discussion about your credit score and what is the composition, how it got to where it is, good or bad, and what you can still do to make it better. Because you can always make it better unless you have 850 credit scores. And what's interesting is that even the folks that I know who have 850 credit scores, it fluctuates, right? As the balances go up, the credit score will pop down a little bit, and then you kind of straighten things up, and next thing you know, you're back, right near or at the 850. So that's going to be our Tuesdays, which is always our tools, tips, and techniques day, where we dive into the nitty-gritty. Like last week, we talked about the down payment assistance programs last Tuesday, and we got very technical, maybe even too technical when it came to that. But there's another area that's evolving and becoming very important if you want to take advantage of the opportunities for some grant money, some down payment assistance money, even some gift money that may be out there, and other ways for you to earn down payment credits before you buy a house. So that's our Tuesday, the breaking down the credit score puzzle. Then on Wednesday, we're going to talk about the credit report and the debt in the marketplace. Remember last year, I alluded to the fact that debt has gone up in the United States. Now, Some of you may play that headline as a negative. I can also play that headline. In fact, someone else did, because it's better credit than what we have. This is not consumer credit card debt and this without collateral. That the debt that's increased the most is new mortgage debt with these record low rates. This is an incredible time between the high rates or the low rates and the high markets. This is what's counteracting and making real estate still be affordable. And let me tell you, remember, real estate, like a lot of hard assets are, if you know what I mean, real estate is an excellent hedge against inflation. So you want to be owning real estate. Now, in the short run, when inflation really starts to take its toll, and we'll have a big discussion down the road. It's a little early for that. All I'm telling you is that if you want to prepare and be prepared for inflation, you want to own real estate. When inflation goes up, rents will go up. And when inflation goes up, values of properties will go up, because especially in this country where we have the ability to print money, where our government has the ability to pump enormous. We're talking about, remember, trillions. We don't even play in the millions a long time ago. We don't even play in the billions anymore. We're talking about trillions of dollars. That's 9 zeros there. So this is where you want to really understand what's going on. And those people that understand interest will earn it. Those that don't understand interest and what's going on in inflation will end up paying it. And I want you, our listeners, to be on the right side of that coin. And so that's going to be our Wednesday show. Then when we get to our Thursday show, the famous ATM edition of the Real Estate Show, the About the Money show, we're going to talk about the value of credit. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you some instances how good credit can be worth over $1 million to you. I will tell you that decent credit for every college graduate is worth over $1 million. So I'm going to break that down. I'm going to give out the numbers, and then we'll also post that up on our sites come Thursday after we do that show. So, and then of course on Fridays we come back around. We'll hit the high points as a reminder, what we call our Friday wrap-up session on the Real Estate Show. We'll cover really quick, much more superficially than we do in each one of the shows, what we covered for the week. And then I want to talk about how I am going to show how you can win a free. So everybody that types in the word credit this week is going to be entered in a drawing to win a free credit pop. And that's where we x-ray the credit and have the consultation show you how to improve your credit for you. So if you would like a free credit pop, show you how you can boost your credit, then type the word credit to our number. And by the way, that number, thank you, Marianne, for typing it in the comments on our Facebook page. It is 561-861-2366. And for one of the lucky ones, so I'm giving out 10 credit pops that during this week. Then I am going to show you how you can get free done for you credit repair. And we'll talk about that during the week as well. And one lucky winner will get that. So we got some great stuff coming for you this week. We're going to talk about the rock bottom for New York real estate, how that might still be a ways off. We're going to talk about existing home sales, which rose slightly last month. And but thanks to record low supply, which is still holding the market back. You can't have record sales if you don't have record things to sell. And inventory, as you know, is very, very tight. Other thing we'll talk about, good news, mortgage delinquencies are declining as we start to come out of this whole COVID pandemic situation. So don't miss a single day. If you do, remember, go to automaticlandlord.com where you can listen to the rebroadcast. You can do that of all of our shows in the past. Better yet, come get us live. We're here live at 5 p.m. Eastern time, 5 days a week, right here where you're listening to us. So that's it for today. This is Eric Willner, your host of The Real Estate Show. Back at you again, same place, same time tomorrow. Until then, drive safe, wash those hands, and make it a great day. Bye-bye. My good friend, Brian. Thank you. You do the same, Dan. Off of there. Thank you for coming along. We're going to end that there. And then we'll go ahead.